What I'm going to tell you now is about probably the biggest edge I've got for my coarse fishing, whether that be still water or whether that be on the river. And it's called my pudding mix. And the pudding mix was actually designed not by myself, but by two chaps, Phil Maguire and Stuart Jessup. And I fished with them on the Severn, and they were catching a lot of fish, a lot more than myself. And I asked about what they were using, and I was using standard pellets, shooting out, 8mm and 10mm pellets, or if I was using them in a feeder, I was putting them in the feeder and blocking them off with ground bait. But they were using the initial pudding mix, although they didn't call it at the time, and that was soaked pellets. They were just using, 4mm, 6mm, 8mm pellets, but they were soaking it overnight, and they were making this perfect, absolutely perfect. You could either boil it in, or you could put it into a feeder like they were, which would last quite a bit, take it to the bottom, gradually dissolve, and attract the old barbel that we were fishing for. Super, super, super mix. But then, when I joined the likes of Willie Worms, we just took it a bit further. And instead of just the odd different sized pellet, we put in all sorts of things. We thought, let's make it really, really attractive and something special. And we put oyster shell in to make it sink. We put crushed hemp. We put different flavours of boilies. The boilers that we're using, crush the boilers, put those in Frankfurter. We put the little, little smashing, the red bits that you see are the little bits of the Frankfurter boiling, my boilers in there. But you can also put whatever boilers you use, just crush them and put them in, just to give it that little bit of an edge. Absolutely a fantastic way of fishing. In fact, what I do most of the time, and if you look at one of my videos, I show it on all my videos. I don't actually use a feeder. I put this in a catapult and catapult it upstream all day long, every 10 minutes, every 20 minutes, depending on how they're feeding. That's what I use. Now, how to make it? You buy it in a bag. It's all mixed up, all together, all the pellets, everything's done. People say, well, it's a bag of pellets. No, it's not a bag of pellets. It's got everything in there, and there's probably about 20 different ingredients, pellets, etc., etc. It's all in there, and all you need to do is when you open the bag, put it in a container, and inside as well, there's this little sachet of very, very special mix. Now, I know what it is. It's a secret from Willie Worms. We put it in there, and it really does attract all fish. It really does. So you put that in as well. If you're using half a mix, then put half a mix in there or whatever. Put it in there, mix it in. And this is very, very, very important. The amount of people that fill it up way too deep, and then the next morning they've got a sloppy mix. What you do is you just put enough water in there so you can just about see the water. I think that's going to be perfect. What I'm doing now, I'm just making sure that the pellets are all covered over so that they've got water over them and absorbing it through the night. So there it is, look, just enough water. You can see the water. Now you leave that overnight. Next morning, all you do the next morning, you get it up when you get to the bank. You mix it up with one of these, mix it up, because sometimes the wetter things are at the bottom, drier ones at the top. Mix it up, and what you've got is an absolute fabulous mix, which you can put in the side, you can put it range with a catapult, you can put in a feeder. Look at that, absolutely full of goodies that fish, all sorts of fish. A lot of people think that this is just for the river and it was for my barbel fishing. It's not. It's for generally all my coarse fishing. I will use this pudding mix. But just remember one thing, it was made the way it is to soak and to make into this pudding mix. If you put it in dry, quite a lot of these ingredients would just float on the top. But don't do that. But I guarantee you one thing, if you start using it, you catch a lot of fish.